be. However, review is going to tell me a lot. So it doesn't matter. I did this with blue belt to black belt last night, but we start with a lot of the basics that people, I'm going to put in air quotes, should know, but they probably haven't done it a lot. Okay, so we talk about the guard, especially. The modern day guard game is more based on framing, getting space, put away, maybe shrimping out, working back to your feet, snap people says out, getting on front headlock, rather than going up for arm bars, going up for triangles, but that stuff is still very legitimate. And that's usually where jiu-jitsu starts. And I call this whole jiu-jitsu game the game you play off your back. Right? You think, well, the guard is always off your back. It's like kind of, sometimes it's off your butt. And then when I need to, I reserve that space behind me and now it's off my back. Right? So like I might be here. This is my sit-up guard position. Or here. Right? Any one of these is my sit-up guard position. But most likely I came from here. The good parts about my sit-up guard is what? Let's say that person's standing and I'm here. Why is this a decent position for me?
Stand out to the right.
Yeah, I want to, yeah, good. What do you say? Yeah, so this is a strong position, right? Like my hips are behind me. I'm less than 90 degrees, right? I kind of look like this. I've got a good post. I can do all my jiu-jitsu stuff. I can go forward. I can do my technical get up. But most importantly, if I'm playing the guard, I just reserved all of this space behind me to be able to move. So for example, this person really comes at me hard in this scenario and they're trying to maybe get their foot to the middle or they're trying to pass, I can always go, man, you know what? I'm uncomfortable with this space. They're trying to grab my head and I put the same space back in front of them because they're still on the other side of my head. Okay? So everybody needs to understand this when they're playing the guard. This is the fundamental positions of I'm in the guard and here are the movements of the guard. It has nothing to do with any of the sweeps, any of the grips, any of the anything. All of our submissions and sweeps come from the movements in the guard, okay? So through the movements, you might get stuck on your back, right? So we're gonna start off real simple with some things that people might know, some things that people might not know or might not be great at. Lefty, I'll use you for today. Come on, everybody. So Lefty's gonna be in my guard, and the first thing that I want everybody to work on is the arm bar. I know. So he moves into my guard, and he usually has okay posture. And here's the way that I want everybody to go after the arm bar. Just take both hands and go like this, because the first thing I want you to pay attention to is the movement of the legs. When you do an arm bar, if you don't climb up, I don't care what their posture is, if you don't climb up, you will not be successful. Okay? So the first thing to do is once I get some sort of grip on the hands, I'm going to trap whatever side that I want the arm on. So this is a good trap, and if you notice, I'm doing this and this as part of my trap, okay? When I'm ready to finally finish the arm bar, what is my most important leg on the climb? My left one or my right one?
The right.
The right one, right? This is my most important leg on the climb. This one is the one that's gonna climb and hold me up. So I'm also gonna bump him off center. I'll over-exaggerate this a little bit. Right here, look this, and I bump him off center. This, watch, here, and I told you I climb up to the arm bar. Where's my hips?
Off the ground.
Way up off the ground. Look how easy this arm bar is from here. Right? If you can't get that arm bar climb like that, same thing again, I go on this side. Here, my hip is activated and it's up. Second part, I come here, I bump him off center, I hold down with my hamstring, I climb up to it, I like to cross my feet. Right? But all of this is it tight? Right, I'm not even holding it yet. If you can't get that part, this is what we need to work on first. I'm going to give you two ways to do it. Nick?
Do you, besides just grabbing the wrist, do you sometimes use the knee like?
Yeah, so I'm going to do that one right now. Okay, so the second way that I like to do the arm bar, and we'll do two different setups. Maybe I'll have Nate show a bunch of other setups too, but I want to try to get to triangles and different things. We'll see how far we can get with this, okay, with the basics. Here's my favorite way of doing it. I'll turn this way a little bit so everybody can see it. Do it with the gi. I'm going to go same side grip. I might try to work this guy down like this. I'm going same side grip here. Okay? I'm going to ignore the arm that I want. Okay? If I feel like his hands are too close, I'll just go back and I'll play this game and I'll get my grip. Right? He's always going to try to bring his arm back. Look at which ones I have. I have this side and this collar. So he's only thinking I'm going to use this to open up. What I like about this is if I don't get the arm, I get the triangle. I get the omoplata, I get the chase. Does everybody notice once my hip is off the ground, I'm doing this to hold myself in. Because one of the main things that people are going to do from a defensive position here is try to get my hips back down and try to get some space. But look how hard it is when my hips are up and I'm holding on. If I let go of this, and I'm just, go ahead, and this is where they're going to push away and they're going to get some space. So before you climb, make sure that you still have a good bite on your opponent so everything doesn't get rushed. Okay? Same thing here. I climb up, I get that same side, and now I'm going to start to trap on this side. Same thing, I'm going to go bump like this, and I'm going to take the arm here. Right? He pulls it out, I'm going to come right back into my triangle. As soon as I feel like he postures up and I'm going to start to lose the triangle, I'm going to be passing the arm over, I'm going to be stepping on the head, and I'm going to be coming here like this, try to set up my own plot. If he rolls, then cool. Does everybody see how that works? So the main one I want you to pay attention to right now is just the arm. Same side grip, trap with the leg on that side, get your knees. Somebody else? Ready? Right, so the second one, I get to here. Now, if I feel like his elbows are already going to come out, I'll still just pay attention to one. Right? So this is where jiu-jitsu gets slick. I don't need to die in the armbar. I just need to make it look like he's going to do he knows I want to do the armbar. Right? So I'm going to go, yeah, I want this elbow or I want this arm. Right? And I'm just going to, oh, I missed my trap. This is fantastic for me. He's got an arm stuck in. I got his shoulder trap. I got this elbow on the side. I got his collar down. I can start doing collar choke. I can refeed this back to my collar choke. Does that make sense? So move out of the way. Ruby, go over there and sit. Hey, sit over there. Sit down. Good girl. Boom, I get here. Same side grip. I get my trap this time. Climb up. Look at, we form a T. Hold with this. I let go, I come right over here. If you don't let go, for more advanced people, and I come over the head like this, I can use this choke right here, which is me pulling my heel down and getting my D choke with this.
Can I just say something?
Yeah.
If you guys notice Coach's leg when it comes in front of the face, he's not opening it up
Ruby, come on.
real wide and coming all the way around. It's almost like he's grinding up his shoulder, up his ear, up his temple, in front of the face, so you don't have no space to pull that arm out.
Yeah, so if you guys feel like you make a big swing, that's why everybody ends up posting here on the inside of your leg, because guess what? If they've done jiu-jitsu for a little while, they kind of know the arm bar's coming. Especially when you start grabbing their collar, breaking them down, and trapping their arm, right? So you can get away with that when people don't know, but the idea of what we practice is to try to, hey, go over there and sit down. Hey, go sit down. They should be able to do this to people that do it. Sit down. Sit. My God. Does everybody understand what we're going to do? So first one, you're going to do your regular armbar, which is just really concentrating on the legs. I'm just going to go double wrist grip. And whatever side I go to, trap hips up. I'm still holding on with this one. Then I'm going to go, it's nice and slow. Look, I bump him off and I come off to the side and I pull down on this hamstring and I climb up to it. I don't do this and go, and lazy man, because look, he's coming right back through. If you don't hold that hamstring down on your climb leg, your armbar will suffer. So what I want everybody to do is I'm going to put 5 minutes on the clock, and no matter how new you are at this, you're going to just go back and forth, get 3 or 4, switch, go back, get 3 or 4, switch until the 5 minutes is up, and then we're going to add substitutes, okay? So this is going to be going back over, let's start with white belt to black belt, we'll see how far we can get, cool?
Sure.
All right, get in a group, and let's get to work. 3, 2, 1, go. I'll set the timer for Ruby.